very excited to see if anybody's going to take the fight to Devson this time. We know that
I am ready. I was going to tell you. Yes.
We know that Miro was definitely fighting with Devson in round 1, so hopefully we'll see some of that on this round.
Also, just so the fans know, I did raise my voice volume this week just so you'd be able to hear me a little better. I don't know if you were able to do that. Also, Eddie, I know last week you did some stuff, but I'll do a sound check as well as we begin here. So, on the grid we have Defsun first, followed by Rodrigo, Girthquake. Oh, the grid is out of order. Yeah, we got to do that. So we'll reset. Yeah. That's good. Only one stuck. Oh, no, I guess he wasn't. Yeah, he just pulled over. Okay, good though. That's good to see. I got it. It's Defsun, Rod, Girthquake. Yeah. I'll tell you when. Let me know. When it's time. Okay. Okay, so whenever you're ready. Okay, you're right. You're right. Rodrigo, Girthquake. Then after Girthquake, it's Boca. Then V1 Creaser. Then Cards Fan. Oh, I messed up this. Actually, never mind. Okay, then Cards Fan, then Deuce.
Cards Fan left the room.
He got DC. He'll come back. Cards Fan, Deuce.
There you go. He's back.
And then it's going to be Imperfusion Mertel. Should be the last ones, right? Lester's 1 ahead of Mertel. Yes. Yep. Right behind Imperfusion. Mertel actually has a couple less points than Lester. Off of an extra race. That should be good.
That's right, yeah, because Lester joined the series like.
Yes, Lester came in at right? Autopolis.
Okay.
Or round 2, sorry. So it was at Nürburgring. He came in with Cooper. That is correct. Actually, no, after Boca is V1, and then Cards Fan. Alright everybody, here we go with round 4 of the NACAM Virtual GT Series at Suzuka with the Honda NSX. We should be all good to go. and complete the race off of this attempt. So,
All right, very excited for this one.
I think we can expect a race that will be full of battling, but maybe not so much overtaking. Suzuka not known for being easy to overtake on, but it can be done. We'll see how they get off the line. Things about to go green.
Right, here we go.
Nobody is stuck.
And Devson is ahead of Rodrigo now. We know Rodrigo is a fast driver, and if he doesn't let Devson get away in the opening laps, then we should see a pretty interesting race. As we've seen before, he was battling Miro in round 1, so hopefully Rodrigo can take the fight to Devson before it's too late.
I would have to do this. No, I can get the onboards.
So there's Professor trying to attempt to pass on Deuce LS2 for the hairpin. He's already looking to gain positions here. He's not going to waste any time.
Course, and this being round 4, the best 6 out of 8 results will count, so very important race for everybody still. Nobody has the ability to drop a score just yet. Just complete peace of mind.
Oh, good sandwich. Yeah, that was a very fast part of the track.
So everybody's still
got side by side here with Devson running the turn 1, and it looks like Rodrigo makes a pass on Devson. Man,
he's giving 100% effort there.
He learned from last time, you know, if he lets him get away, it's not gonna be good. You know, he's gonna let him walk away, but it's good that he knew to attack early on and not let him, you know, take that comfort into making that gap bigger. So yeah, that was good.
Taking the page out of Miro's book from race 1 with lots of battling, slowing Devson down for a while. But yes, Rodrigo even he said in his interview after the race last week that he'd have to try harder to make Devson work, and it seems like he's following through with his word here. A small gap.
For sure. Yeah, we're gonna probably see Gr.3 getting into this battle as well. We've seen that when Devson has somebody to battle at the front, Gr.3 and Wilka Kimi are also candidates for this fight, so definitely looking forward to this.
Nice battle between Deuce and Lester here. We have a car on the grass. Boca. As Creaser doing well to not make contact there as he went by Boca, who got 2 tires onto the slippery part of the green. At Spoon, doing very well to avoid any contact. Devson lifting to avoid Rob. Looks like Devson will be within draft range if he wants to have a go at Rod here. See if he decides to pull out. Looks like he'll be just a little too far.
I don't think Devson wants to push Rodrigo too far just yet, given the fact that you know, from last race or from round 1, Defson knows that when he battles somebody at the front, that usually means that they're in the fourth spot, also eventually going to bring the fight to them. So maybe probably think about that and considering just hanging back for a while. That's just my take. You never know with these guys. Now we're definitely good to have a battle here between Gr.3 Creaser and GTS Kimmy. These three guys are right there with each other, bumper to bumper.
Cards fan falling back a little bit into the clutches of Lester. There may have been a slight error somewhere.
Yeah, Lester's right there within reach. So yeah, we know Lester. Not one of those guys that hangs back for too long. He tries to make the best out of the situation and tries to make it pass. As you see here, we go now. Side by side, it's the left-hand super.
It's 130R, a very dangerous corner to try a move like that, but he gets it done with confidence. Good understanding between both drivers shown there.
Yeah, for sure. And it was expected from Chris Lester to try being that close to Marsfan there.
Rodrigo still leading the race here.
Martel goes sideways here. He's getting out. Something must have happened here.
I see that at the final chicane having some issues.
Yeah, man, that's terrible for him. He's back on track now.
Martel was promoted from Lobby 2 and still struggling to find the pace here in Lobby 1, but with time anybody can get up to the level that they need. Rodrigo and Defson now pulling a serious gap, about 2 seconds between them and Gr.3 and Creaser, and the pack behind with Boca, Lester.
Yeah, I figured that these two at the front would work together and try and beat that gap. Very smart for them. Tell me, is Martel like the fastest in the second lobby? Is he one of the fastest guys there?
Maybe not the fastest, but he earned his promotion this week and giving himself a shot here at challenging some of the best guys in his region. So there's no shame in losing to these guys, and I'm sure he'll be back next round again, ready to try once more if today doesn't work out. Still not over. A full 19 or actually 18 laps remaining after they cross the line here. Race distance is typically 125 kilometers is how we calculate the distance. See Defson right on the back of Rod. He'll definitely be looking to have a go here before turn 1.
Yeah, it seems so Rodrigo was trying to make a block on the left-hander where Chris Melissa would have passed the Marsfan. But I actually don't see Defson trying to attempt to pass just yet because he had a lot of opportunities to do so and he's still hanging back. So I think he's just, like I said before, he's trying to just increase the gap between them and Gr.3.
I'd also say his run out of that chicane wasn't ideal. Being right in the back of somebody kind of limits how fast he can push through that final chicane, but I'm sure he's thinking about all the factors, such as if the longer he stays behind Rodrigo, the more worn Rodrigo's tires may end up being, since he's the one who has to push the pace. Many factors involved with leading or following.
Absolutely, yeah. These guys know what they're doing, and they, I know these guys are always thinking about getting the advantage from the next driver, so not surprised at all.
I'm now having a look back at Gr.3, Creaser, and Boca. Gr.3 taking a defensive line into the hairpin. So far so good between all three of them. No major blocking, no major incidents to report.
Yeah, there's three guys here, Gr.3, Boca, Kimmy, that have been pretty close group right here.
Three very experienced drivers here. But it seems that Gr.3 may be holding the other two up a little bit, and it's letting the cars behind get involved. Looks like Lester's only 1.3 off the back of Kimmy. Followed closely by Parts.
Lester's definitely catching this three-car group up ahead, and Partsman is also right there. He's not quite ready to give up the fight with Lester, so...
Gr.3, oh, V1 giving a nice push to Gr.3, it seemed. On the way out of the chicane, there was room left at first, but then as they exited, not so sure.
Oh, Gr.3 now falling into eighth spot right here. Man, that was unfortunate for him. He was, it was a nice solid three-car group.
I've got to say that that was definitely seemed like more room could have been left. Really unfortunate for Gr.3.
Yeah, and we saw how Creaser was really pushing Gr.3 here. It seemed that he was kind of trying to tell him, like, hey, let me lead. Maybe he thought he had a better pace.
That's quite possible. But I'm sure Gr.3 won't give up. He's not completely out of it. Even though he's back in 8th place, he still seems to be with the pack.
Oh, for sure not. Yeah, there's always something that could happen and you never know. But yeah, I mean, this fighting here cost him a lot of time. Now they're 4 seconds from the top two drivers. Rodrigo's still leading the race. And Dustin is still behind. So these two drivers have definitely been working together in the sense not fighting too much. Just sticking with each other lap by lap.
I'm sure Boca will use some extra caution here now that he's seen that one incident directly in front of him. I'm sure neither of these guys want to have another one, want to make it through the end. This has always been a very tricky track for any driver, real life or not. Just a very technical layout full of oddly shaped corners and blind apexes.
Yeah, for sure. And they also know that Turismo Lester is...
Big contact from Boca. Boca sends it up late. Causes quite the incident there. My goodness.
Oh my goodness.
So that will bring Gr.3 back into it. My word, that was big.
Turismo Lester just banks on that. He came from the back and now he's in 3rd spot.
Getting loose on the way out, Creaser. Still watching on board as Deuce makes his way by.
Oh, it's back to the...
Gr.3 now on the back of Creaser as well. Deuce cuts in hard. Oh my goodness, another incident from Creaser. This is getting a little out of hand.
Yeah, Creaser definitely punted him or he doored him.
Just leaving no room at all. Yeah, exactly. You got to leave room for the person on the door next to you.
Yeah, tough for Deuce. I mean, he's right there in the fight.
Yeah, giving him a thank you, fully justified to type, even though typing is not allowed during the race. See what's going on at the front. We have Defsun and Rod still, with Rod leading. The smallest of gaps between them. The gap from Defsun to Lester is 4.9 seconds.
Yeah, it's slowly decreasing. We'll see if 22 laps, or the remainder of the 22 laps is enough for Turismo Lester to catch up and hopefully get a better spot than this. But I mean, honestly, if I was Turismo Lester right now, 3rd spot doesn't look too bad, given the fact that he started like 2nd to last.
Yes, he was quite a ways back, just ahead of Mertel. So yeah, 2nd to last is where he would have been. And it's unfortunate that he had to gain so many spots off of incidents and such, but that is the way of racing, and drivers will get arrested from time to time. This is a combat sport, in my opinion, where you put your body and your life on the line to make moves happen.
For sure. It takes a lot of a driver to be racing at a high level.
Oh, and Rodrigo defending from Defsun. Barely holds on as they enter turn 1 side by side. I just caught that a moment late.
looks like Devson thinks that he has a big enough gap to where he can start fighting now.
So it seems, yes, that 4.9 now starting to come down a little bit.
Yeah, they have to realize that, you know, every time they attempt to pass or any fighting maneuver, that's also time they lose the driver behind, so.
Some excellent driving by these two so far.
I was kicked out of the room.
Oh, really? I see that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm running back.
No worries. As long as the broadcast didn't end, no worries. Pulling massive time on Lester that lap, let's see. Lester and Cars still nose to tail. Ooh, on the outside of 130R goes Jeffson on Rodrigo, barely holding on. I think he's realized that the turn one overtake is very difficult to make on someone like Rodrigo, and as they exit the final chicane, there's always a slight increase in the gap that makes it that much harder. Rodrigo was very wise to get that move done when he could at the first lap. There's no chance of ascent here. It will go again, beginning of lap 9. Let's have a look back further. Cards fan coming in turn 1 hot with a good launch on Lester. Creaser still in the background.
We're on board with Devson right now, chasing Rodrigo.
Earthquake and Boca Kimi, both the victims of possible incidents, running nose to tail in 6 and 7. We'll see how far they can climb back up before the end of the race, being 9.5 seconds off the lead, but maybe only about 3 seconds off of the battle ahead. So still plenty of time to catch up and close that gap if they can run clean laps and hopefully rely on a little luck to get them back into this. Be interesting to see what would happen if they caught back up to Creaser, how everybody would behave and treat each other.
Yeah, it's difficult to say. I mean, when you have an incident, everybody has a lot of emotion towards that, and you know, it could be a difficult scenario.
Yes, for sure. And Creaser, depending how incidents are reviewed by the official stewarding, that may be up to 3 incidents that pushes him back the grid. So Creaser, no matter what, needs to just now put his head down and finish as high up as possible to limit the damage from any time penalties that'll be added on after the race. Seems that he's now caught the draft for Cards fan, just barely, as they enter 130R for the 9th time.
Cards fan's definitely not giving up the fight here with Turismo Lester. He's looking for that podium spot.
It's Boca and Creaser still moving along.
I will tell you, this car sounds pretty nice.
Oh, for sure, one of the best.
Go big or go
Time to
home.
do the flyby in front of the camera. It sounds pretty gnarly.
Very close battle here. Let's see the battle at the front. Rodrigo still only 3 tenths up.
Yeah, and now we know that Devson is on attack mode due to the fact that they have a pretty decent gap over Turismo Lester. And I feel like Turismo Lester is not focusing on closing the gap between him and Devson anymore because he has Creaser and Cardsman right there on his tail. Oh, we see Cardsman taking the spot back from Creaser. Creaser taking it back again. Side by side.
Hopefully they'll be careful here. Lessons should have been learned from previous incidents already. I hope they can get through Spoon carefully. This is not the type of corner to go through too wide unless a lot of respect is given.
Yeah, and then I see the same thing happening again, either one of the drivers are fighting to the lead to close the gap with the car ahead. So in this case, Creaser thinks that he's the fast driver to catch up to Turismo Leicester, and we're probably going to see another battle between these three here shortly if Hartsvan doesn't decide to attack back.
Looks like Defson may have had a slight bobble on the way out of the final chicane. He went in pretty close as I changed cameras, but now just in the edge of draft range with Roddy. He'll want to do well to keep the pace and stay with that draft. Have a look further back. On board with Cards Fan. They head down into Decker 2. Some uneven throttle application for Cards fans. See some drop out of the draft of Creaser. You may have opportunities to get right back in it if these guys battle up ahead. We'll see. Creaser closing in. It's on the way into Spoon. Braking very late. Braking very, very, very late. Going onto the edge of the track. Runoff. And re-entering safely. Keeping momentum up. It's doing a good job to not lose it completely. Still in the draft.
He's really hungry for that third spot. I can tell Creaser is definitely not wanting to give up on that 40th spot. That showed right there, him going out, was him pushing the limits to catch up to Turismo Leicester.
Dustin has closed that gap back up, now only 0.5 back.
I gotta say, this is better than what the last race was, knowing that there's somebody battling Dustin this time. And also, I'm sure he's enjoying this race as well, he's not he walked away from everybody else in the last race. He's got someone to play with.
I'm sure he still enjoyed last race, even though he was all on his own for the majority of it. I know that the focus and the speed he showed really gives you an understanding of how hard he's pushing himself, and he never let up an ounce during that last race, no matter how lonely he may have been. So this time he has some entertainment and a challenge in front of him with Rodrigo, who clearly came in prepared today, clearly willing to fight until the very last corner.
Definitely pushing here now.
As he's been given a second chance here after a slow start to the race, some errors. But Creaser nearly throwing it all away, still hanging on. Gaining time under braking, it seems, in every corner, Creaser.
Now, I see both of Kimmy getting a lot closer this time. Closing the gap with these three here. And a lot of it has to do with them fighting and making some errors. And if Kimmy can, keep the focus and concentration, I believe he could be back in the fight with those three guys just ahead of him. I feel like something's going to happen here real soon, whether it's from Creaser or Hartsvan. Oh, and with Creaser here, is he going to make a two-car pass?
Looking to have a big send here, but luckily seems like he's a little less aggressive than earlier. Pulls out of that one.
Yeah, for sure. He knows that if he messes this one up, he's he's not only going to spin out, he's going to also lose a spot to Kimmy as well, because he's pretty close. He's within range.
Lester defending.
Yeah, Lester is feeling that pressure from these two guys.
Creaser right on the bumper of cars, now getting held up a slight bit, allowing Boca to close that gap, possibly within draft range by the end of this lap if things stay as they are.
Looks like they will. At this rate, yeah. Definitely not giving up when trying to attempt to pass on Cards Fan.
Go Cards Fan.
Especially after the incident.
And this long run down the spoon, we'll see if anybody gets close enough to make a move, but have a peek at the front. Defson and Rod very close together still. Let me know if I should switch back to the other battle.
Not so far. I mean, it looks like Cards Fan may make a move here soon. Where's Molester?
Defson trying the outside of 130R once more.
Oh,
a slight bump from Rod. Puts him off on dirty track. We'll see how the dirty tires look. He did very well to hold on to that. He'll have to go slow through Casio.
Lester is a threat.
Losing barely any time considering, yes. That was very good.
Yeah, good car control from Dustin. And, looks like now it's going to be PX7 Cards Fan under attack from Creaser again. It sure looked like it was going to be Cards Fan attacking Chris Molester, but now Cards Fan's the one being attacked by Creaser. We already know how Creaser is. He will make a pass if he feels like there's a gap there.
That was a half-hearted attempt at turn one on the way out of the second apex. He's still very close, nearly alongside as they go into this one. Looking for any way possible to get to the back of Lester. I think he does feel that he is the fastest of this lead pack, the second pack. And Boca now fully in the fight, definitely within draft range, right behind Creaser as they go into Degner 1 and 2.
We almost have the trio coming forward before they crashed.
It's Earthquake in the background as well, I can see.
Yeah, he's almost there, yeah.
Boca getting a good run as Creaser gets held up. He'll be right on the rear end of Creaser as they head into the spoon. We'll see if he feels that now is the time.
Cards Fan a little breathing room here.
Creaser has the speed just waiting for an opening.
On board with Boca. Goes in a little deep, gives Creaser a tap and loses some momentum, so that will end his opportunity of getting by at this run. Earthquake 1.5 behind this battle of 4 cars for third place. And have a quick look at the front, but looks like they've made it through 130R safely. Oh, big gap now between Rod and Defson, 7.7, so something again has occurred during that lap to get him pushed back a little further. Lester now pulling a large gap over Cards. Some errors were made. Looks like Creaser's choosing now to get by. Will he be given the run? Nearly going wide.
Might be the smart move let Creaser by, but then again, racing's racing and nobody wants to give up their spot. They definitely, if they continue like this, they're definitely going to lose ground to Chris Molester, and Chris Molester is going to be walking away from this pack right here. Not going to be good for these guys. They're going to lose an opportunity to take a podium spot.
Looks like tire wear starting to become a factor. Not significant, but it looks like they have some wear on the rear end as We have 8 laps remaining. It's going quite deep, some contact. Boca Kimi may be distracted by that, makes an error of his own, and allows Gr.3 to pull the gap a little bit further. He's only 1.2 out. Further up ahead, Defsun 0.4 off the back of Rod, doing very well to close that gap once more. On board with Defsun.
As the laps go on.
Yep, that was actually his best lap so far, Defsun. Best sector. Even with the worn tires.
Racer has the fastest lap of the race so far.
On my screen it says Defsun.
Oh, there you
and
go.
a new fastest lap as well.
For a brief moment, Racer had the fastest. Now it's Defsun again, as usual. And Tristan Lester is kind of getting away from PXM and Cartsvan. And PXM and Cartsvan is weaving around, trying to block Greaser. Definitely not helping with the Tristan Lester gap.
Yeah, that gap to Lester has definitely grown out to a larger size. 2.5 seconds now, 2.6. Looks like he will be cruising on his way.
Does Defsun have it? This is gonna be close.
Defsun 7 seconds ahead of Tristan Lester as things stand. Ooh, Creaser having a look on the inside of Degner 1. Always a dangerous place to do anything, but drive carefully. So the pack of 4 now within a second of each other.
Creaser gave him a love tap there.
I think sooner rather than later, cards will have to either go quicker or give this spot up. I know Creaser won't be waiting around forever, and the 2 rides behind him will be having a little Creaser if he's not able to make the move.
Yeah, for sure. Now the gap's grown to 3.3 seconds.
I have a feeling we'll see a send somewhere here on lap 17, or on the end of 16. Could be right here at 130R. He's well within range of maybe having a go. He's got the run.
Cartsvan knows he's blocking the inside.
The outside, not really the safest way to do it. They're going to have to go down an extra gear to make this work. Door to door they go through 130, and Cartsvan conceding the position. Conceding again to Boca, who really sends it up the outside. Very brave move from Boca. Cartsvan getting left out to dry by the 3 other drivers, my word.
Gr.3 took advantage of that as well. He just went right through and that's Cartsvan.
Gr.3 going for it on Boca. That move's done.
Very clean.
Oh, Boca leaving a push. Big push from Boca as he goes for the switchback. Makes a big error there. Big error.
Oh, that was not good. And Gr.3 had made a very nice move on Boca Kimi, and then he just pointed him out of the track in the next corner.
Yes.
Very, very unfortunate there.
Let's hope that Gr.3 can close that gap and get back within 5 seconds. That is usually the amount of time that would be given for such a penalty.
Yeah, looks like he's closing the gap.
Really unfortunate to see. These guys really need to do a little better job of taking care not to make contact. They were warned very carefully the last few races. There may be some inquiries for sure after this one, looks like. So now Creaser in 4th place, 3.5 seconds adrift of Lester. Defsun only 2 behind Rob. Looking to have a go somewhere here. The outside of 130R seems to be a popular place to make it happen. Will he be able to ride this around the outside?
Oh, Defsun takes first spot. Just briefly.
Push off again. Just neither of them giving up anything. Looks like he's going to have a go into Casio with dirty tires, but with the dirty tires unable to hold on.
Rodrigo maintained that exposure and kept his first place.
Rodrigo playing very roughly with his teammate. Very rough with his teammate so far, giving him nothing. Having a look up the inside, Death Sun being closed down. Rodrigo leaving some space.
Carbon exit.
Well done, Rod. Decent defending. As we move back, Creaser under no threat. Boca followed by Cards. And Gr.3 about 6 seconds off of Creaser now, of Boca.
Going Savage against Gr.3. Looks like maybe could be back in the fight with Creaser. Marksman's still right there as well. After losing all those spots, only gained one back from Gr.3 after Gr.3 got punted out. So another 3-part battle here coming up. I'm noticing that Creaser is increasing the gap between him and Personal Lester.
How's that gap looking? How much time do we have between the two?
3.5 so far. So one from almost 4 seconds down to 3.5.
Having another go on the outside of 130. Looking to get alongside into Casio. Here we go. Death Sun on the outside of Casio Triangle Final Chicane. Able to hold it. Still room for his teammate. Door to door they are.
Yes. Side by side, looks like
This will be a very interesting turn one coming up. Rodrigo, all his hard work, has to slide in behind. And goes off, but keeps it alive. Wow, good control. It may have been visual lag or anything like that, but does very well to keep it on track. Suzuka turn one, a very dangerous corner.
Yeah, let's see if Rodrigo can continue to battle Death Sun. We know that Death Sun's very dangerous when he's ahead of you because he tends to have a really good pace and hardly any mistakes, and that usually makes him increase the gap. But I mean, today Rodrigo has been doing a really good job.
Yes, he definitely has. And if I compare the lap times for the two, it should be very similar. Death Sun's best lap at 59.0 and Rod's at 59.2. So their pace pretty evenly matched today.
Yeah, for sure. These two are definitely matching their pace.
Only 4 laps remaining. After this is completed, this will be 3 remaining after this lap. Rod keeping the gap very tight. 2/10. Go on board with Rod. Going into 130R completely blind on the bumper of Death Sun. Will he throw a send at Casio? He does. He sends it. Some slight contact. Good awareness to pull the car out. It was the move was over at that point once he realized Death Sun would have the better run into the second apex. But now, alongside on the inside of turn 1.
Oh, he's gonna get that spot.
Side by side they go.
Death Sun is hanging in right there on the outside.
Rodrigo, what a move. Getting it back on Death Sun. Keeping the fight alive. Well done, Rod. As you can see, it is possible to go through these corners door to door. It's really unfortunate. We've seen so many really terrible incidents today. Incidents that were seemingly avoidable, in my opinion.
Yeah, another thing to note right here is that Creaser went from 3.5 seconds to 2.5 now. 2.4.
Off of Lester.
Lesser and now decreasing still. So,
Boca
yeah,
just within Creaser's draft behind as well.
Yeah, Creaser definitely has to be focused at the front now, more wrestle him in the back if he doesn't want to get that third spot. But we never know. Maybe both the teams will try to fight him. Since we know that these are the last 2 laps. It may be smart for both the teams at this point. Definitely, we know that Cruiser wants to catch up and get that third spot.
Lester 7.5 seconds adrift of the leaders. The leaders still battling, going into 130 yards side by side, possibly again. Looks like he'll have a look at it.
Lester will secure third. Defson has 2 laps to make it
that gap
happen.
went from 2.5 to 3.0 in less than a lap between Creaser and Lester. Man, this guy's definitely closing the gap really, really fast. We got what, 3 laps to go? That might actually be enough to get really
2 to
close
go.
to Lester.
2 to go as of now. Another move possibly
Okay.
coming into turn 1. We have Defson having a look on the outside of turn 1 now. Possibly just, you know, at this point in a long battle like this, all you can really do is try to disrupt the rhythm of the other driver when you're both looking so clean. They'll be looking to take away space from each other wherever possible, just to disrupt the rhythm. Running very closely. We'll stay with this battle as much as we can as the race ends.
Some G's is definitely going to have to go with that son of Rodrigo. They have been pretty passive for the start of the race, and now towards the end, obviously, you know, we know that that's when drivers start making their winning moves, you know, to take the best spot possible.
It'll be interesting to see if we finish as the order stands. For the post-race interviews, Turismo Lester rarely speaks on camera if he doesn't have to, so we'll see if we can get him to turn his mic on if he does finish ahead of Creaser. That gap slowly closing down. Only 1.2 seconds now between them, with the final lap coming up. Both Kimmy has dropped back. Cardspan in a gap of his own. Gr.3, same thing. Deuce, similar situation after both drivers were involved in major incidents earlier in the race. Imperfusion down 44 seconds off the lead, which is really not all that far considering the caliber of driver up ahead. Oh, side by side in the 130, they go again.
MOG face with monocle, MOG face with monocle, MOG face
Into the final
with
chicane,
monocle.
side by side, full commitment from both drivers.
Rodrigo takes that first spot. Out of that battle, man, those guys are intense. Oh, we're now entering the last lap.
Good touch.
Oh, Creaser has gone down from 2.5 seconds to 1 second now.
Making a good push here towards the end.
Yeah, it's gonna be really focused here. I mean, oh, he's losing some ground. From 1 second to 1.3.
Rodrigo really pushing the pace here on this final lap, trying to do his best sectors, most focused driving possible. This would be a big win for him to get some confidence and know that he took it to one of the best drivers in all regions. As they go into the hairpin, Defson looking for the outside.
Oh, and Rodrigo keeps him on the outside.
Some slight contact.
Him to pass first.
Yes, very well done defending that one. Would have been tough to go all the way around the outside of such a corner. You have to have some good overlap to make that work. One last couple attempts here. Looks like he'll definitely try to take some space away and go around the side. Outside of 130R once more.
If he can hold it on the outside, he has the advantage in the next corner. But
Rodrigo, a big slide, some contact. Going into final chicane, door to door.
That son is right there, and like I said, if he was on the outside, he would have had the advantage.
And he's pushed off.
No, that was terrible.
But he's far enough ahead where that won't affect his final result. We will want to hear what happened there from both drivers. Rodrigo, Defsun, Lester, followed by Creaser, Boca Kimi, Cards Fan, Earthquake in 7th, Deuce in 8th, Infofusion in 9th.
Reset.
Oh man, that was intense. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think he took him out on purpose. You know, I think it was just a racing incident where they just had very little space to basically claim.
These one deserve the one.
And yeah, I mean, ended up with Defsun on the gravel, so we'll see what they have to say on this one. I'm actually curious to see what they say about this last corner there and onto the straightaway to take the win.
Very entertaining battle at the front this race. And a truly well-deserved victory for Rodrigo. His first win in the series. He took it to Defsun from turn 1, lap 1, all the way to the end. Never gave up on his chance of getting a win here. So well done, Rodrigo. Well done, Defsun, and Lester as well for surviving a very intense mid-pack battle. I'm going to send the invites now, so please, people in the broadcast, just be patient. I will get them in here. Can you do that? I actually don't have space, probably, I would imagine. If you're able to. Thank you. Yeah, I've been trying my best to clear it out, but I just keep saving more and more. Okay. Defsun, Rod, and Lester. NACAM Virtual GT Series, but you might want to skip the virtual part to fit it. That is correct. Welcome, Defsun.
Hello, hello. Yeah, it was a thing.
It was a thing. We'll wait for Rod to hop in here.
Yeah, I think there was like some issues with like connection or something, because we were having a bit of a thing of whether or not, like, because I felt like there wasn't getting enough room, and you said there was. It's you know, it's one of those things. Mm-hmm. But it was still a fun race, other than those incidents, obviously.
So we'll give Rod a few more seconds. I'd like to start with him, but if we have to wait, I will start with either you or Lester. And here he is.
There he is.
So if you can just make sure your voice sharing is turned on, Lester. I know you don't normally do that, but if you're able to for the broadcast, that would be good. Same for you, Defsun and Rod. Thank you, guys. And if you can mute yourself while I ask Rod a few quick questions, I will ask him 2 questions, then come over to you, Defsun, then Lester, then back to Rod, and we'll wrap it up. All right. So, Rodrigo, congratulations on an excellent race. What are your thoughts on that intense battle you had? It seemed like from lap 1 all the way to lap 22, you were an intense close fight with Defsun.
I mean, I knew that I had to overtake in the first 3 laps because it's really hard to overtake in Suzuka, of course. I mean, you see that. But, I mean, I tried, you know, on 130R, I know it's risky to go on the outside, but I try to leave room. I sometimes fail to do it, but I mean, I know Defsun wasn't too happy with that, so sometimes if I did that and he lost the draft, I would lift up to get him to drop back. Mm-hmm. And then, I don't know, like on the final 2 laps, I thought, I mean, if I could hold the outside on the chicane, I would have probably had it, and I did that on lap 21. I think I was in exactly the same position in lap 22. I don't know if it wasn't or not, but
well, I will say that it was truly an entertaining battle. You guys you did well to give each other just enough room. Defsun mentioned when he joined that there were some maybe connection issues at some point where you think you were leaving room, but yet there's like kind of like netcode contact going on. But very, very well done to keep it on track and both of you to race each other cleanly. It was extremely good to watch.
I mean, I think there were some connection issues because sometimes I was a few 10, 15 centimeters away from his car, but I mean, I think that the final lap kind of spoils what was good.
Yeah, could have been a photo finish at the line the way you guys were racing. Could have been all the way for sure, but
I think think I tried the same move on lap 11 and it worked. I mean, sometimes things can happen on the final lap. I don't know if I will take a penalty. I mean, I can happily take a penalty, but
Yeah, the stewards will be busy after this race.
We are held during the season to such a high standard, like people saying nice, too easy for death, and I don't know, but I mean, I'm happy that I led some laps at least. You know, I think I led, I mean, most of the race, so I mean, that's okay. And
for confidence alone, that's a great result.
And I know that if the roles were reversed, you know, we did some practice together, of course, and if I was behind, I would still be able to attack him, so I mean, we'll see, but I think it was okay.
All right, thank you, Rod. We'll come back to you for some final thoughts. DefSun, can you please unmute yourself?
Hello. Yeah.
All right, so DefSun, as we just heard from Rod, a very intense battle where, you know, a lot of intense door-to-door action happened through the final chicane, through 130R, through the first corner. Just give us your thoughts on some of the highlights of that race and your mental state as you're, you know, in such maybe a rare opportunity to have a battle like this for an entire race.
I mean, I'd like to tell you some of the highlights of the race, but honestly, it'd probably be like 45 minutes. How long was that race? 45 minutes? Something like that?
44, yeah.
The whole thing was super exciting. It was definitely one of those races where it was really silent, the whole chat. Rodrigo put in an amazing performance this time because regardless of the fact that there was some contact that was probably caused due to the latency in the billiard ball physics, if we say, the fact that I wasn't able to fully complete a pass is just a testament to how fast he really was this race. And he drove really well.
Feedback.
I think 100% deserving of the win, regardless of who ends up getting the result in the end. The battling was definitely one of the most fun races I've got to have in a while. Quite frankly, it's better than almost any FIA race I've had, so it definitely has that going for it.
That was very impressive from both of you. I would also say that... No, go ahead. I don't mean to interrupt you.
I don't think either of us even were out of slipstream at any point of the race, but just, again, showing how close our pace was. I honestly think it was a coin flip. I think it was just going to be whoever, you know, got the right passes done at the right time. And, yeah, it worked out this way, and I think if you did it again, you couldn't even say who was going to win it, because it was just such a close race. So hopefully there's more races like that in the rest of the season that are actually exciting to watch. Yes,
that was definitely exactly what we'd love to keep showing for the fans, and if we continue the series, that's what we want to see more of. So extremely well done. You put on an excellent show with Rodrigo at the front. So Lester, coming to you, you had a very different experience than these two guys who took off at the beginning. You were involved, first of all, you started from second to last and worked your way up to the mid-pack where you were witness to some crazy incidents. How did you manage to stay safe through all of that?
I was pretty much in the right place at the right time for most of it, honestly. And I was really lucky that Cardspan was so patient with me, because I was like, it was like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde or whatever the hell. I was either on pace, keeping up with the leaders and faster than everyone around me, or just making mistakes every single corner. And when I would make those mistakes, Cards would like be very patient with me, and like he gave me a little nudge once or twice, I think. It would have been a much different race if I was stuck battling back with those guys whenever that shit happened.
Yeah, there was at one point a 5-car train battling for third place there with you, Creaser, Boca, Cards, Gr.3 all involved. Deuce came into play at one point, and it's really unfortunate that wasn't able to stay intact for the entire race duration, but that is the nature of Suzuka, where there's just not much room to make an error, or to not leave room for the other driver. It causes problems.
I was a little bit unhappy that the P3 and P4 got into each other in 130R, because me and Cards were gaining on them like a couple tenths every lap, and I was looking forward to trying to make some passes. But then it just kind of got handed to me.
Loved the close finish.
And I got away once and then fell asleep, and then really put my nose down and put out some really good laps. I think I did my fastest lap on like 16 or something.
Yeah, and with fuel off with older tires. I saw the same from DefSun, where the fastest laps are coming later in the race, which is kind of interesting how that works.
Got in the zone, and we were just pushing harder at that point.
For sure, but an excellent run for you. This is only your third race in the series, and things starting to come together with a nice result like this. You'll be moving up.
I think DefSun's starting to sweat a little bit. He knows it's only a matter of time before I take him down.
Literally, honestly.
Yeah.
Lester's climbing the ranks as well.
Well, we look forward to seeing you in even tighter battles further up the field from the start next race. Extremely well done, Lester. Very well done.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.
And coming back to you, Rod, for some final thoughts on the race. Obviously, today went very well for you. You're already second in the point standing, so there's no doubt you'll be keeping that. The next round has not been announced yet, but what is your thoughts going into the 5th round of 8 for this series? Only 6 will count. We are on round 4 today. Next week will be round 5.
I mean, then again, it was good to be at the lead. It was good to battle for the lead. I'm happy. I mean, I wanted to give the people a bit of a show because, of course, people claiming that it might look easy for a certain driver. I don't think it is. I mean, we're all trying our best, and whatever happens from now on, I don't know. I hope that I keep the win, but it was. I hope that people enjoyed the show. That's it. I hope you guys had fun.
Yeah, I remember we had a quick conversation this week where you spoke about wanting to push Def Sun harder, and you definitely followed through on your promise there. And I really appreciate how hard you tried today. For 44 minutes, you gave 100%, and that everybody who will watch this race, as long as it's posted up, will be able to appreciate how hard you work. So very well done, Rod. Claps for you. Claps for Def Sun. Claps for
Kimmy
Lester.
showed great pace. Awesome.
Very, very good job, guys. So from there, guys, you guys are free to go. I will talk to you whenever I leave this party chat. And whoever's in the stream still, don't go away because we're going to go have a look at the replay right now and have an analysis of some stuff that went on. So once again, thank you guys, the podium finishers, PX7 Rodrigo, PX7 Def Sun, and Turismo Lester.
Clapping hands, emoji clapping hands, emoji clapping
Thank you, Rick.
hands.
Wish you well. Take care, man.
Thank you so much. And Eddie, so I guess what are your final thoughts on everything as we wrap up the commentary? What did you think, these drivers are going to be thinking going into next race? Maybe some of the guys who got punted off, Deuce, Earthquake, Cards Fan, Boca, all 4 had some minor incidents, major incidents. What do you think the mindset will be for those guys going into next race with possibly the same guy door to door with them, Creaser, involved in all 4 of those incidents, I believe?
Well, I think that from now on, they're gonna be more mindful of what could happen if they don't take their moves seriously, or not saying that they're not, but if they know that they could make a mistake.
That race was excellent,
and it could definitely cost them in the long run because we've seen it time and time again. When we see 2 drivers battling it out, gaps increase or decrease depending on where they're at. And, when we see an incident, like a crossover or somebody made a pass, but then the guy tries to cross you and get on the inside and then you get punted off, that's all the things that, can cause a loss of time. And therefore, like Lester was saying, this guy's made a couple of mistakes during the race and it just made it super easy for me. That's what he said. And it is the truth. So that's one of the things that the drivers have to keep in mind for the next race. They have to put more thought into the actions they're gonna put into the race, basically. And but it's racing, and everything looked pretty good so far as like the action. This race was definitely a good one as far as the action went. So. Pretty pleased with that, and Rodrigo did an exceptional job at keeping Def Sun occupied the entire race. So,
absolutely, it was an enthralling contest with lots of action. For Suzuka, you don't expect so many battles to happen, right? With so much overtaking, but we did see people doing everything they could to try and make a move happen. It was really an entertaining spectacle, and I'm glad I get to watch it again here as I go into the replay. But Eddie, I want to thank you so much for coming in today. And again, 5 races in, doing the commentary with me. It's been a pleasure to commentate alongside you once again.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good fun to see this guy, especially knowing how fast they really are. I know the entire field. You wouldn't really realize it, but all of these guys are really fast, and the way they make the racing look, it's just pretty awesome.
Yeah, definitely looking very good for a video game. How good the racing is. These guys for sure in real cars might be a little testy and a little more contact than a professional, but they definitely can race quickly. They definitely know how to make their way around a circuit like this one that's truly an expert level track.
Absolutely, yeah. Good fun though. It's awesome to see these guys battle it out. So yeah, thanks for also having me here.
Yep, and if you have somewhere to go, you're good to shut down the NACAM Twitch stream. But if you'd like, I just went to the activity feed and I am now watching BNOP's shared replay. If you don't need your PlayStation, you're welcome to just start the replay and walk away and allow the Twitch viewers to whoever jumps in late to run it back and watch it again. And it's up to you to do that. I'm gonna let it play on my channel.
Okay, yeah. This was Louis' PlayStation. He actually just got home and he's gonna do something on it. But let me see. Let me ask.
Well, that'll be alright. If he's got stuff to do, I understand. People can just jump over from Twitch and come on over to PX7 Grove, and you'll be able to see everything, if that's the case.
Yeah, I think that'll work because he got home from doing some stuff.
That is fine. Tell Louis I said hello. Send him my best regards.
Yeah, for sure. Guys here getting ready for a race in Vegas, so he's like all over the place.
Getting ready for some karting.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I mean, thanks again, and yeah, everybody that's on Twitch, go ahead and go to YouTube and watch replays.
Yes, thank you, Twitch.
Alright, my broadcast is now ended.
Alright.
Yeah, man. Your social media, so I'll let you be.
Thank you, Eddie, again. Excellent to work with you again today. That was a good race to watch. I wasn't bored at all for 45 minutes. That was very entertaining. As a race fan, that was good to watch.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you definitely tell. Like, definitely got into like you're, talking a lot more than I expected. And I was like, oh, that's really good. So really enjoyed this race.
Yeah. This is what I love to do.
All right. Well, until next time.
Until next time. Thank you, Eddie. Alright, so let's see how Rod pulled this move off at turn 1. Just took a very aggressive line in, it seems. A good exit. True cojones required to pull this off so early. Holding on to it really well, really well done there. And it's hard to remember where things popped off from there, but the mid-pack battle got pretty crazy at some point. I think if we stuck with Boca, we would see most things, or if we stuck with Creaser, we'd see a lot of stuff as well. So I will do that. I will leave it on Creaser, and we'll just let it play. Hey, I'll take the display off too. Don't need it. I'll be here to answer any questions the chat has. I see we still have a few people watching. I want to thank all you guys who watched. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking it out. I'm glad it was a very good race to watch again. When you have drivers this good, it's bound to be an entertaining race. I'm sure everybody's sick of Suzuka by now after Manufacturers Cup and then this one. And the Nations Cup final stage time trial, just Suzuka over and over this week and last week. That was a nice move from him. See, left room there, no problems. Everybody was on racing hard tires. That is the standard tire for the series. We're on ×1 tire wear, 0 fuel. And default track time, which is 15:45. Not sure what laps those incidents were on, but I believe around lap 3 or 4, things started kicking off. Lost track of time, things got so crazy. Well done again to Lester for surviving that. Came from second to last, all the way up to third, surviving all the craziness. Showing why he's one of the most experienced, talented drivers in all of North America. One of the biggest names. One of my best friends in the game. Personal mentor, if you will. He's offered me so much help and advice over the years. Gonna have a look at the Discord chat and see if they're already talking about stuff. Pace of the front two was just too much to hang on to for everybody else. You can look at the lap chart at the end, but I'm pretty sure nobody else was getting down to 59.0 like Defton was. Lucky Bike connection held up. I'm sure you guys saw that warning I got when I exited the lobby that my connection just a little unstable right now for whatever reason. Not sure what's happening. Maybe it's a polyphony server situation, I have no clue. But that's the only reason I wasn't the lobby host today. First attempt he made right there. here, guys. Just answering a few messages from drivers, some concerns. Doing my best to manage this league while obviously having my own racing career going, my own personal working career going, my own life problems going on. Definitely not easy running a series at all, if any of you are interested, but very rewarding when it goes well. And a race like today, so good to watch. I can't call that anything else but a success. A race that good to watch. Incidents, yes, but battle at the front was worth the price of admission. Oh man. Incident number 1. So I've already been messaged about that one from Boca and everything. And then this is when we have more incidents pop off. You'll see in just a moment. You gotta do something outside and just... Yeah, it does not look good, does it? Here, I'll go back and review that one. That one's, just want to see it from another angle. The other one at 130R, it's pretty clear what happened. Creaser got bumped off by Boca. This one... Yeah, I mean... pretty slight in all things considered. Not as big of a contact as I thought I saw. One more time. Last time. Really unfortunate. Really, really sad. Deuce is one of my close friends who I race with in another league, and I never want to see things like that happen to Deuce. He's such a nice guy. Such a hard-working driver. He's improved so much since I first met him about 6 months ago. Something like that, and I've been very impressed with him. He's a motion steering driver. I mean, as a fellow motion steering enthusiast, I want my motion steering friends to do well. So difficult. Let's see, can I think of any other significant things in the race? Can't remember how Cardsman fell back. It's a finish similar to this. Very interesting race today. This is what Lester was talking about, how Cards is being very kind to him. Let's see the lap times. I'll let Lester cross the line so we see the updates. So Lester's best lap of 59.6. 59.3 at this point for Defsun. 0.3. 0.7. 0.3. He was being held up a lot, and same here. And I believe these two played nice with each other because they came all the way back. Got back in the fight somehow. Just through sheer perseverance, they got back in it. And then more stuff happened, unfortunately. I'll ride along here. Really hate to see incidents, but we'll determine, you know, who's at fault, who needs to make changes. In the end, they're all my friends, no matter what. I don't play favorites. No matter whose team is who or anything like that, I consider all these guys my close friends who are there for me, and I just want to see them all do well and have fun. Same for this league. I want to see it do well and grow. I put a lot of my personal time and money into this, and if it fails, it fails, but I'll give it the wholehearted try that I do for anything that I care about. Try to find solutions for problems as we go. The last few laps, I'll go back to the race at the front and we'll analyze how they were doing. I know right now it's mostly just Rod leading. Defsun got by him for one lap and Rod took it back a couple laps later. All their battles happened at 130R in the final corner. Really solid turn one there from Cruiser. Very good line. Like Lester was saying, Cards being very, very patient here. Super unfortunate to see him go off where he did. It really breaks my heart. We've all been there where somebody punts us off by accident or otherwise, and it sucks. I take great pride in the fact that I don't get punted off too often. I don't leave myself in positions where I can get punted off. I'd rather concede than get punted off any day. Any day. Is that how he made it work? What a move. What a move, Creaser. On the outside of Spoon, of the hairpin, he gets it done. Excellent. Credit where it's due there. Really good driving from everybody, to be honest. This is such a difficult track. There's probably no track that's more sketch than this one. So many different places to have an accident here. Dirt right in the edge of the track for the most part. Oh, okay, lap 11 didn't exist, like it just didn't register somehow on the timing thing right there. Yikes. That nice re-entry though. Takes the wide line. Really solid to hold it through the apex there at the second apex of Spoon. The dirty tires, not easy. Solid recovery. See him getting opposite lock going as he exited. Let's skip forward a little bit. We don't need to watch the whole thing. I don't want to miss anything, but I want to get to the action. This is when they started to close up again. Eddie was right. This is a great sounding car. I've always thought that ever since I chose Honda. After my initial 3 or 4 season run with Nissan, I chose Honda, and I won Honda for North America in 2019 spring exhibition season. Back before anyone liked the car. But now it's obviously, with a little bit of a buff on the weight and the power, B-Racer has made that car into a certain top tier contender. Certain. Nice behavior from Cruiser right there to pull out. And he had a good race. Without any contact, he would have had an excellent race. He drove really well. I think I can say the same for all the V1 guys. With incidents aside, all 3 are excellent drivers, know what they're doing. They race in the most competitive region of all. You know, they're top split caliber guys there. And a series like this, where you have everyone mixed, where you have V1 against, you know, Lester and PX7 drivers, it does put things in perspective. You know, there's sometimes like misconceptions over which regions are fast, which are slow. There's fast drivers all over the world. There's more in EMEA for sure. A larger group of active players. It's all relative speed. Someone's going to be fast one day, slow another day, fast here, slow there. The next couple laps, things start to happen. Around lap 17, it seems to be all sorted out in the mid-pack. Oh, close. Oh, close. Had to dive up the S. Good defending. Something happened here, like right around this lap, next lap. I think attempts were made and multiple accidents happened. It got ugly here at some point. There's a bump. Sorry for the barking. Sorry for the barks. Really brave move is what happened here. Cards fan did so well, so respect that move.
Can we see the battle between Defi and Rod?
Yeah, we'll go there now. Cards fan gave too much respect, maybe. He got overtaken by all three of these guys. Unfortunate. And then I just don't remember what happened exactly from here. Let me just look at this real quick, and I'll even go back. Yeah, there it is. At turn 1, we lost, he got blasted. That's right. He got blasted. Okay. We'll stay here from the end. A lot of battling happened towards the end here. What's going on, Enzo?
Hi, Enzo.
I can't believe I'm looking at NACAM Virtual GT Twitch and Eddie spelled Suzuka with an S in the middle. I find that kind of funny. I'll have to log in and fix that. That's unprofessional.
Seems like no team orders for Phoenix. This battle is awesome.
Yeah, no team orders, Enzo. Team orders are a joke. Should never be such a thing. Should be up to the driver behind if he wants to stay
No
behind.
team orders ever. Who you want your money on?
Racing is racing. For the season? I don't know. Destin has a big lead right now, so that was the best one. They left each other a lot of room there, but they gave Destin the advantage. Rod did so well to hold this. I wish the camera was quicker to pick this up.
This race.
Oh, I already know what happened. This is the replay, Enzo. The race ended about 40 minutes ago, and we did the interviews, and I have the points and everything. Yeah, the races start at, we opened the lobby at 8 o'clock, the broadcast, 8 o'clock Eastern time, so about 2.5 hours ago. The race starts at 8:30 Eastern, which was exactly 2 hours ago. And it's always 125 kilometers distance, which today was 22 laps. It ended up taking longer than any of the other races because Suzuka is such a slow track in some sections. Like here. 68 mile an hour corner, and then the one next to it, another slow speed corner.
Watching two really good drivers fight it out is amazing.
Yeah, they really, you know, as talented as I know that I am, these guys are a cut above. I don't know if I'd be able to go this hard for as long as they did. They did such a good job. Such a good job. My goodness, like this too, man. I wish he left a little room there and we got to go to the line, but man, it'll all be dealt with and taken care of after the race. No matter what happens, we're all friends. We're all doing this for fun. Some money on the line this time, thanks to me, but this is all about building for the future with this series. This might get a lot bigger. if I take the right steps and do the right things. I hope if it does, as my channel gets bigger, as this gets bigger, you guys stick around. I really do hope that. So if you want to see best laps from everybody.
Wow, I was gonna say no way he was gonna send it around the outside, but Defy did.
Yeah, I mean, he did it the lap before. Like I said, I wish that was a photo finish and it was cleaner, but I don't think anybody's too disappointed with how that race ended. But yeah, everybody, I guess that's gonna wrap it up. If I had something to do, I would stream for you and do something else, like some sport races or something, but we'll save that for another time. Maybe I will race some more tonight and decide to stream, but at the moment I have to attend to some stuff, go have dinner, and everything. So I want to thank you all again for watching the NACAM Virtual GT Series Round 4. Round 5 is next week. The track will be announced midweek.
Around the outside through 130R is insane.
Oh yeah. But it was probably their best bet. I agree with them to be trying that because everywhere else is such a crapshoot as well that even though
okay,
130R
no problem, see ya, bro.
Super dangerous corner, I think it was, like I mentioned during the race, it's about taking position away from your competitor. You want to occupy space simply to throw off the rhythm, and that's something I do all the time. Whenever I can put my nose inside, I do. I'm like, I do it knowing that I'm going to pull out, but I do it just to throw off people's rhythm. I'm there, making them think about me, making them leave a little more space than they'd like to for me, and that's part of racing, trying to play these mental games with each other. And those two, Rod and Defson, definitely showed why they're 1 and 2 in the series. They're extremely good at what they do. So, again, thank you so much, Enzo. Thank you, everybody else who checked it out. We're going to shut it down now. I'll have some more content up for you guys this week. Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. Thank you, everyone.